Hello everyone. I'm working on a 13 Toyota Highlander and the left taillight assembly is broken and cracked. I'm going to replace that. Here's the new one. There's the part number. Of course, before you start on this job, make sure you pull the new one out of the box and make sure it's the correct size. Can't count how many times I order something up and they'll get the wrong side. So Mitchell Pro Demand says there's 35 steps to do this. We're not going to do all those. You can kind of cheat on this one, but we'll start off by pulling the covers and this jack stowage tray on the right side. It's got a couple plastic nuts. They're hand tight. Just kind of pinch it together and manipulate it out of there. And the reason is there's a nut underneath there you got to get to. This back storage tray for the jack hardware has a nut up there on the right side and a bolt on the left side. Remove those two and then it'll just pull straight up and you can set that off to the side. And we'll snap the rear scuff plate up and off. And I think this is the hook for the rear cargo net, the lower hook. There's a plastic push clip you remove. It's a 10mm bolt for the lower hook. It's a Phillips screwdriver for the upper hook. The upper hook has a plastic push clip integrated into it, so you just pull it out straight out. Then we're going to unsnap the back section of this trim panel. I don't know if they're calling it load space or what the name of this is, but that's the panel that they want you to completely remove. I think they also want you to remove the battery, but I'm not going to do that. There's the I think this is a second row seating release levers, and there's a trim plate that goes around it. I'm using a small adjustable pry bar. I'm getting in behind it, pulling out and pushing up at the same time until it unsnaps. There, I got it to snap out. Set that off to the side. Then we're going to remove the left armrest and just pry it straight up. And then there's a 10mm bolt on the front side of it. Just pop the cap off and remove the bolt. The reason we're doing that, there's a hidden bolt underneath this armrest in the back. We'll pull that bolt out now. And now we can pull this panel out far enough without completely removing it to get at the two nuts for the taillight. I'm taking a small 1/4-inch ratchet and a 10mm deep socket. We'll pull the upper nut off. Then we'll remove the lower nut. And Toyota's nice here. These These have long studs on them, so it kind of captures a nut, and then you can use a magnet to pull it off so they don't fall way down in there. And then the tail light, just using my trim tool and prying out while pulling out straight back, and we'll snap out of there. Pull the wiring. There's 3 bulbs. Do a little bit of cleanup on this quarter panel flange. And then swap all 3 bulbs over. This might be a good time to install new bulbs. All 3 of these still look good, so I just reused them. Reconnect the 3 electrical connectors, and you start by indexing the 2 studs, and there's a front plastic clip that the taillight engages with. And they just firmly press straight in, and it will snap in and reinstall the nuts.